Pretend you just got laid off, okay? And I would start conducting yourself, your business, and your finances as if you just really did get laid off.
It's the best thing I ever did!
You can't get hurt taking a profit, but you can certainly get murdered financially if you don't pay attention to your bottom line and to what's going on around you. And believe me, we're heading into terrible inflation. We already got it, but it's going to get worse. And we're definitely in a recession. Don't let anybody tell you different. So, look, the name of the channel is FlipAnything, and I'm reminded, see this little device here? This is a scissor lift. I paid $4,000 for that at a time when it was worth $12,000. I'm not sure what it's worth. Probably still worth $10,000, to be honest. It's a great device, and it's one that comes in handy in the various rentals. We use it for changing lights, painting in this instance, cleaning gutters on the exterior of big buildings, that sort of thing. But I want to talk about the economy, because nothing's more important right now than thinking about this economy. Look, I just deposited a check for 300 grand to close a house that I'm buying this week, only because it's a fantastic deal. You always have to buy relative to what the conditions are right now. That house isn't as worth much today as it was even a year ago. Don't think for a second that we're not going into a recession and we're not going into a inflationary period and running into a crash. We are. I see escrows falling out, stress big time, orders falling off. And somebody wrote me today and said, hey, how is it we can be in a recession and have inflation at the same time? You can have both. Listen, we have a terrible mess for sure, but we also are having to contend with so many things. We've got ridiculous gas prices, which, listen, I'm not affected by gas prices. It doesn't matter if it costs me $1,000 to fill my tank. It's not enough money to matter to me. But there's other people. Having to spend an extra $80 a week on gas is devastating. $320 more a month. And that's just one aspect of it. Food, everything's expensive. The people that get hurt the worst are the least wealthy. Look, I want to help people become wealthy. I started with zero, and I started in inflation. I started in the worst time. My interest rates were like 10%. Don't think it can't happen to you. Don't think that you can't lose your job. And that's the point of this video, is what I wanted to tell you is, because it's a reality for some people. It's gonna happen. You may not see it coming, but it's very, very important. I would just tell you that's the word of the day for me is pretend you got laid off and pretend it's real, because it may become real. You can't get hurt conducting yourself in a manner in which you're saving money. It's just smart. I'm doing it right now. Even this studio behind me, this is something this is my personal studio. I forfeited it for somebody else to give me some rent. And the reason I did that is because they moved from another place that was expanding. And so I got more money coming in. Listen, you can't get hurt taking a profit, but you can certainly get murdered financially if you don't pay attention to your bottom line and to what's going on around you. And believe me, we're heading into terrible inflation. We already got it. It's going to get worse. We're definitely in a recession. Don't let anybody tell you different. We got a mess. So that's it. FlipAnything USA. Hey, get my book, or Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. It's a bestseller on Amazon Kindle. That's all I got to share. I just don't want, man, it's just so terrible for you to get a setback when you're young. Your money is your seed capital. Don't go handing it to a fake guru. Go to FlipAnythingUSA.com. Take a look at the testimonials on my site. Look at the book reviews and make good, safe, and sane decisions. We'll see you. Take care.
It's the best thing I ever did!